My name is Summer, and I am a recycling center hustler. Every day I do pretty much the same thing. Wake up early in the morning, have myself a delicious cranberry muffin, and a dry scoop of pure gamer subs. Basically perform highway robbery on a handful of broke-ass deadbeat business owners. Grab my phone and earbuds and turn on the latest Fresh and Fit podcast episode. I don't like the show, but I work all day in processing organic waste, and I'm curious what it would sound like if you gave it sentience and put it in front of a microphone. Get in my truck and go to work. The bulk of the grunt work involves going into the lots I just bid on and taking everything that isn't nailed down minus most of the chairs. Why leave the chairs? Because I'm not running a charity. Eventually, we come back home and that's when the real fun starts. My staff unload the truck into the big conveyor belt and we separate the product into bins. By which I mean my staff sorts the product into bins. That product gets dumped into machines that process it into scrap and eventually usable goods to be sold for massive profits. Owning a recycling center is a bit like being the only person in the room with a loaded gun. You need $120 to pay off some of the debts on your land? Well, I'm the only bidder in town for your scrap, and I'm thinking it's worth $90 on a good day. And no, I'm not going to tell you about the $400 worth of gold bars you left on your property I just got for 97 bucks, or the money you left in the cash register. If you were stupid enough to leave it there, you probably wouldn't have spent it wisely anyway. Am I the most ethical boss? No. Am I willing to hire staff for a meager $15 a day? Absolutely. Did I fire Rosh and replace him with Ashley, who costs $3 less and works 2 seconds faster? Without hesitation. Do you know who said the best profits come from the best ethics? You don't. Rosh said that, and now Rosh is defaulting on his home loan because he asked for too much. Sorry, Rosh. Looking forward to seeing you again at the company reunion when I'm harvesting the scraps from your condemned house for my own profit. My contractors love me because they know that I am very picky about who I choose to work with, but I deliver fast. They pay my massive markups because they know that if I'm taking contracts that I already have the materials. I will negotiate a contract at 9, accept it, and have your product to you before 9:01. Personally delivered, by the way. That's how efficient I am. I also include a handful of those little strawberry candies in each order, the ones that only seem to exist in old people's houses that you can't actually buy in stores. That's one of the secrets of being a hustler. Another one, and you probably caught on to it already, is time management. How do I do everything I do in a single day? Simple. When you get really skilled at business, you learn how to stop time. Specifically, 9 p.m. Eastern. Why that time exactly? The lore is not important. But I can tear down my machine shop, buy 4 new machines, rebuild the assembly line, take 6 contracts, fulfill them, and deliver the goods and make 20 grand in profit working solo in the time between the clock striking 9 and still not hitting 9:01. The clock never hits 9:01, not until my head hits that pillow and the combined exhaustion of 20 hours of hard labor hits all at once and puts me in a deep coma. People think that I must have no time for leisure or relationships, and that couldn't be any further from the truth. I give myself 10 hours a day for leisure and dating, and that's because I schedule it all for 9 o'clock. Now, life isn't always grand being a recycling hustler. Sometimes my employees run me over with their trucks. Everyone I come into contact with is using the same 5 shitty AI-generated fake profile pictures. The graphics quality of this reality is not great, but I do like the process of planning, storing, and fulfilling contracts. And given the license is about 20 bucks and you can get a fair amount of gameplay out of it, I'd say this is a decent buy. Unless you're really anti-AI, in which case you already know to give it a pass. Like and subscribe for more videos, check us out on Patreon, and thank you to Playway for unknowingly funding this stupidity with a free key.